Good morning everyone, welcome to the Nature's Farm Q10 livecast video. My name is Evangeline, your host for today. And in today's show, joining me all the way from New Zealand, we do have a very special guest right here in the Nature's Farm Singapore office. He is none other than the International Business Manager of Pro-Life Food, Mr. Brendon McLean. Hi Brendon, welcome to Singapore.
Thank you.
And of course, on behalf of Nature's Farm, thank you so much for taking time off to join us in this livecast video.
It's my pleasure to be here.
Okay, so I've heard so much about your expertise in Manuka honey, and I'm going to get the ball rolling by having you to share your special relationship with Manuka honey, and of course, how did you fall in love with it?
So basically, I've been at Pro-Life Foods 17 years now, and it's a family-owned business, and we've been in the Manuka honey business for about 6 of those years. And for me, Manuka honey is something really special. The aroma from the Manuka honey is something that I find hard to describe in words. And the taste of it, it's a beautiful, earthy product. And I don't think there's anything else in nature that comes close to the aroma and taste of this product. And it's something special.
Well said. And it is really interesting to see how one can be so passionate about what he does in his career. And so where does Manuka honey originally comes from, or can you share with us more about it?
Yeah, so the Manuka honey itself actually comes from the Manuka tree, or the blossom of the Manuka tree. And the Manuka tree is an awesome thing in itself. Just a little side thing. So the Manuka tree, in New Zealand for many years, it's been quite common that if you're going to cook or smoke some fish or meat, that you actually use Manuka chips to smoke, especially smoked salmon. It's pretty good. With the Manuka smoke, it gives it a beautiful, earthy, rich flavour. Sorry, back to your question. I get distracted very easily. Sorry, where were we?
We were talking about where does Manuka honey originally come from.
So the Manuka blossom from the tree, it normally blossoms for about 5 to 6 weeks a year.
Okay.
Generally between December, in some areas of the North Island go through to sort of February, March. So every little area, pocket of the North Island sort of goes at a different time. But that's all weather dependent. As we've seen this year, it's been challenging for our beekeepers. Basically, bees don't like wind and they don't like rain. So we've got to have the hives in a very healthy condition. At the perfect moment, the blossom bursts, and we have people going out there on a daily basis leading up to the blossom bursting to make sure that we've got our hives in the right place at the right time.
And my next question to you is, with so many different honey out in the market, what makes Manuka honey so special?
For me, Manuka is extremely special, and the Haddrell honey itself, you are buying Manuka directly from the beekeeper. We have a whole beekeeping operation, and we've got 15 beekeepers now, permanent staff, 6,000 hives around North Island. And actually, I was at our beehive operation in Cambridge, and I was speaking to the beekeepers, and they decided to let me take one of these bee frames.
And I was really curious when I came on set if this was real, or if it's edible, or it's just for display. So I was really going to ask you about it. So this was really from New Zealand, all the way from there.
Yeah. So one of the cheeky beekeepers.
Okay.
I need to show you this.
Okay.
One of the cheeky beekeepers wrote on there.
Oh,
Singapore.
wow.
So,
Hi, Singapore. Okay, so he knows that this is going to come to Singapore.
Yeah, so this frame weighs about 2.5 to 3 kilos, so it's quite a heavy. There's a lot of honey on there. I'd love for you to try it.
Wow, okay. Can I?
Yeah.
So I noticed that, right here in this, some of it it's wet, and some's not. Is it normal, or?
Yeah, so what happens is the bees come in basically full of honey,
right,
and then the wax on the outside basically seals it to keep the honey inside.
To protect the honey.
Yeah. I want to see your response when you try this. It's,
So how do I go about doing it?
just dig in.
Just dig in to the wax area, or okay, right. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. I'm just gonna smell it first. Okay.
That aroma is.
That,
Bearing in mind, this was in a hive 7 days ago.
7 days ago.
Yeah, so it's extremely fresh. There's no bees on it, fortunately.
No, we would want to bring a bee right resident to Singapore, but the smell is really interesting. It's a combination of sweet aroma and it's very natural.
Yeah.
So the right word to describe, I don't think there is a really exact word to describe the fragrance, but I would think that is the special fragrance that comes with the manukalicious. You know, when you smell it's like manukalicious. Yeah, you just
I
wanna,
like it. I
yeah, you
like
like it? Yeah,
Yeah.
manukalicious. You're gonna smell it and just gonna probably like want to have it into your taste
Yeah.
bud right now. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do it right away. It's so sweet, very fresh. The sweetness really goes with the fragrance. And I still can feel the wax melting in my mouth right now. And it stays. It just lingers in your mouth and it melts so slowly on your taste bud. And I just want to have more. And I just want to have more.
Well, good thing there is 3 kilos there, so.
I can do it after this, right? After the interview, I could be scooping my honey all the way along. Okay. But that's really interesting. This is my first time really digging into a wax honey and having it fresh.
Yeah.
And you know, I've really tasted Haddrell's honey, and of course a lot of them. And the taste, it's really same, no difference. So I can really say that what you're having or what you're purchasing right from Nature's Farm is one that you are getting the freshness out of the bottle and of what I'm tasting right here. Okay, so my next question to you is, I'm so intrigued by this and I just want to move on from this question. But hey, okay, so you know, as a consumer's perspective, you know, we have so many different types of Manuka honey. So what are the key things that a consumer should look out for when purchasing their own bottle of Manuka honey?
For me, it's very simple. It comes down to what the gold standard of certification is at the moment. And at the moment, that is UMF. The UMF logo and the certification is...
So what does UMF stands for?
Unique Manuka Factor.
Right.
So it measures 4 key elements and it proves its Manukaness.
Manukaness, along with Manukalicious.
I like it.
Okay. And what else do we look out for from a, you know, guys, I do notice that on the packaging itself, besides having the UMF, there's also a numeric digit that accompanies along with it. So what does that symbolize?
It's quite funny that a lot of people ask us that, and recently I spent some time with Maura Haddrell, who actually sits 2 desks across the road from me. Back, must be close to 20 years ago, there was a science teacher, biology teacher in a small Waikato town, and he was taking his students through some tests. So they had all these petri dishes and they'd grown the bacteria and they'd put little drops of different type of honey into these petri dishes.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden they were going, what's going on here? Maybe there's something wrong with the petri dish or something, because all of a sudden this Manuka sample just had killed all the bacteria.
Okay.
Where all the other honey had just a small amount. So they repeated the test a few times and they found out there was something special.
About Manuka honey.
Yeah, so from there he rang his friend who was a scientist at the University of Waikato, and that's where the research all started on Manuka honey. And as part of that work, in the petri dishes, and they put the Manuka honey in there, the 5 plus was 5 millimeters out.
Plus, this one.
Yeah, so it ended up being 5 millimeters out in the petri dish,
Okay.
and then 10 millimeters for the 10 plus, and so on.
Ah, right. So all the numeric digits symbolize the number of
That's where it started, yeah. And now it's backed up with a lot more research with DHA and MG and DHA and everything else that's measured around that. But that's where it all started, and they've kept those numbers ever since.
So the bigger the number, the better it is.
Correct.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, right. And being an expert in your field, how often do you consume, or you and your family consume Manuka honey? Is it a daily necessity, or and I've also heard something about yourself that you actually replace your morning coffee with a cup of Manuka honey. Is that true?
Yes. Obviously, the morning routine is very busy.
I believe everyone in Singapore is as well.
Yeah.
We're all rushing for time. We have no time to drive or have. We just want to head on out and get a cup of coffee and be on the go.
Yeah. So, and clearly I drink a lot of coffee, and I decided I needed to replace one coffee a day. So what I've started is I'll have a Manuka honey warm drink.
A little warm.
Yeah. So not too hot.
Okay.
If it gets too hot, you can actually impact the honey itself and the quality of it. So lukewarm, teaspoon of honey, and that's
A teaspoon of honey.
yeah, that's my coffee in
your daily morning routine.
Yep.
So for is there a right temperature that we should be looking out for? When we talk about lukewarm water or.
Probably you wouldn't want to go too high above 60 degrees.
Okay, not too high.
Just nice warm. Otherwise, you can actually impact the honey a little bit. So keep it nice and lukewarm.
Something to warm your tummy in the morning. Yeah. Okay. So as an international business manager, I believe your job requires you to travel a fair bit, just like myself. And ever since my partnership started with Nature Farm, Manuka honey has become my daily necessity.
Great to hear.
Yes, really, because I talk a lot. Not that because I'm very chatty, but it requires me to talk a lot in my job.
Yep.
So Manuka honey really helps me to soothe my throat and also maintain my voice. And any tips or advice, in packing it into a more portable form, because we do see that the bottles are fairly big. Is there a right material, such as a metal bottle or plastic bottle, that we should be using it or packing it into a smaller form, or maybe like a lighter or darker shades, to protect the honey? Or if Haddrell have really thought of something interesting enough to, cater to our needs about that?
Yes. I do travel a little bit.
Okay.
And you try and jump on a plane, and you try and take one of these on the plane, and you won't be allowed.
Security check. Oh,
Yeah.
you're not allowed to go out on the plane.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what we've done is we've launching soon. I think it's coming in about 8 weeks' time to Singapore.
8 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the production was just finished last week. So
Last week?
I think it's on a boat soon.
On a boat.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's coming over real soon. So what we've created is Manuka honey lozenges.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So these lozenges are. Here's one here. So they're small little lozenges. Now we use a patented process to produce these, and 90% of that product is 16 plus Manuka honey.
16 plus.
16 plus.
Wow.
If you're going to do it, you're going to do it well. Now with that 16 plus, 90% of that product is 16 plus. Now this is very portable, and what I love about this product is you can put it in your handbag.
Yes.
You can have it in your desk.
It's not going to be heavy.
It's not heavy. You can take it on a plane. It was quite funny actually, when I was coming across and I was bringing these across, and I put one in my bag. Because normally you sit in the plane, you've got air conditioning, that's give you a sore throat.
Yeah.
And I thought, actually, I know what I've got. And I had one of these, it was great. So I think the portable nature of this is really good. And the other thing is, potentially because I'm quite rushed in the morning, what I've started to do is...
So we're going to have some science lesson right now.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So take some lukewarm water.
Okay.
I just throw that in there. And while I'm getting ready,
Dressing up.
yeah,
Just have.
sorting out the kids and everything else. And then after a few minutes, it turns out something like that. and it means I don't create any dishes. It's nice and easy. It works great, and yeah, so it's since last week that's been part of my routine as well.
Wonderful. So it's really pretty much, as you can see, very portable. You can drop it into a cup of lukewarm water, or even you can have it just right into your throat and just enjoy the taste of Manuka honey. 16 plus UMF.
16 plus.
Amazing. 90% into this one tiny tablet of lozenges.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they'll be here soon.
And I'm really excited, okay? When I heard about this, I was really thrilled about it when you tell me about it. And because I think this will be sold exclusively right here in Nature's Farm store. And if you guys are looking out for a good lozenges, I think that this is one that you cannot be missing out. So before we end off today's session, I would first like to thank Brendon once again for taking time off to join us right here in Singapore. And not forgetting you guys, the viewers who are watching this right now, we have some superb Manuka honey offers for you guys today. Limited bottles and sets available via Q10 Nature's Farm store. So don't forget to check out the exclusive honey deals and follow Nature's Farm Q10 so you guys will always be updated with the latest news on Nature's Farm deals and offer. So here's one deal that I cannot wait to share with you guys, and I have to highlight to you guys. Okay, so limited to the first 50 sets only, get to purchase one bottle of Haddrell's UMF 13 plus 500 gram and one bottle of Haddrell's UMF 5 plus 500 gram at an incredible price of $128. And the usual price for the UMF 5 plus is retailing at $76.50, and the UMF 13 plus is retailing at $127.45 per bottle. Okay, so instead of paying the usual full price of $203.95, the first 50 customers get to have a whole lot of savings and purchase them only at $128. So you know what, start spreading the news, sharing this love with all your loved ones, and get the deal right away, okay? And it is now time to enjoy my cup of Manuka honey with Brendon. So while you guys get busy clicking on Nature's Farm Q10 to get your first 50 set, so thank you once again for joining us in this live cast video, and we will catch you soon. Goodbye.